Hey guys, welcome back to channel Pause Window Cleaning, and this week number 25, our 100K journey of 2024. Now this week's sponsor is Project to Payment. Now Project to Payment is a professional CRM company that essentially makes your life and my life, and more I guess my wife's life also, very easy and very smooth. Essentially what it does is that it converts a customer in a sense that when you go give a bid, then from there you give them the bid, then once the bid is accepted, then it converts to a project, and from a project it converts to an invoice, and it's just a smooth transition. Like today we had 2 jobs, very easy. We did the job, and then because all their information was there from the bid, we're able to just to give them the receipt. Super easy. They paid both today, paid in check, and it's just so nice that we can have such a simple CRM company that we don't have to worry so much about like having to do all these different things in the background. We could just do everything just all at once. Makes our life so much easier. And what's nice is that once they get the receipt, they also get a link for a review. Makes life so much easier, and ultimately they can leave you a review for your company. Very awesome. And yeah, we just love it very much. And another thing too, I guess it'll be a preview for next week's job. We actually had to ask for a down payment, and so once we got the down payment, we can put a certain percentage, and so then from there, next week job kind of give us a deposit for next week, and then from there it just made life a little bit easier, so that next week once we do the job, they just have to pay the rest of the money. So it just makes things a little bit easier. So anyways, thank you so much Project Payment for sponsoring this video. So let's get straight into it this week. Now when it comes to this week's jobs, I guess, yeah, it's I don't know, we were kind of just all over the place this week, and I kind of will explain why. So I'm gonna be honest, I kind of misscheduled this week, and I know it sucks, and I'm sure hopefully it doesn't happen to you guys, but we thought that the job on Monday was, or there was a job that we had on Tuesday, we put it for Monday, and when we showed up to the job, they're like, oh, we didn't know you were coming today, and we kind of felt a little embarrassed, but they were really cool about it, so we ended up scheduling them for another day. And then from there, when, I'm not even joking, when we were coming back home, we're like, oh man, you know, like it's our busy season, and we just wanted to have, you know, like them in our schedule. Again, they're our repeat clients. I don't know if, I guess I didn't mention that, but they're one of our repeat clients, and they're so nice, and they were like, no problem, thank you for coming to our house. So anyways, when we're going back home, someone ended up calling us, and my wife and I were like literally exiting the freeway, and they were like, oh, I was talking to them on the phone. I was like, oh, so where do you live? And they're like, oh, we live here and there. And I was like, I'm not even joking, I'm like literally down the street for you. So it was nice. We ended up getting off the freeway, getting the bid, and I was like, hey, and then so the client was like, oh, so when can you do the job? And I was like, I'm not even joking, like right now. So she was like, okay, let's do the job. We ended up doing her job, and I'm sure we're gonna have clips about that video right now. It was just very nice, a very nice transition, because it was like, man, you know, I kind of like hated that myself. I kind of messed up on the schedule. Again, I hope it doesn't happen to you guys, but ended up being like kind of like a blessing in disguise, because I was able to do that job on the side, and I was like, okay, I was able to schedule this job later this week. That ended up, you know, being a good job, and I'll explain more about it. Yeah, that was kind of a very interesting situation, but the individual that we had on Monday, she was very happy with the work, and very easy, cookie cutter, and really like her a lot. And then from there we ended up doing the next job. Now the next job was very nice, because we scheduled him in like kind of like 2 weeks prior, first time doing window cleaning, and he normally would do it himself, but he has an older house, and he was like, you know, I'm kind of getting up there in age, I kind of want to transition to having a professional window cleaner. We did explain to him our water fed system, and he was like, oh, that's awesome, let's do it. And that's one thing that I need to let you guys know, that it's very nice to have a contract done, because when I was doing the contract, this individual, he was like, oh, there's like kind of like a fine print at the bottom, and I was like, oh, you know, it's pretty much protecting yourself and myself, showing you like what type of job we're doing, because like, for example, we don't use a razor for our jobs unless like we have like a scratch waiver signed, and then from there, you know, obviously I will hope the same for you guys too, that you guys kind of charge a little bit more on that. And we kind of explained to him what the fine print was, because he didn't really want to read it. He was just like, can you give me a summary? But but we explained to him that pretty much that's kind of what it is, that we're like, especially for his job, we're doing an organic window cleaning. So like anything like when it comes to construction, silicone paint and all that, we don't really take care of. We just kind of take care of organic clean. And he was very fine with it, and we ended up doing the whole job. And my wife, actually, she did the inside, did the outside, and it was very smooth transition. We really liked it a lot. Yeah, I mean, it was very simple. It was just an older house. The screens were kind of like hard to get to, like in a sense that not hard to get to, but kind of hard to get off, because like, again, it had that little latch from like last week's video. But in this case, it was very easy because the latches were actually on the outside, kind of sticking outside of the house. So it was kind of easy to pull it back in. Very simple. And but yeah, we're a little bit worried because we're like, oh man, the previous job, it was a little bit difficult, but or last week I should say, and it was a little bit hard. But in this case, it was very easy, and we're very happy to be able to have an easy when it comes to doing screens. But at the end, we walked around with him, and he was very happy with the results, and obviously we're happy too. And it's just something that, you know, we want to take a little bit of pride about, and I'll kind of explain it later in the video. Yeah, we just, you know, we walked around with him. He was very happy, and we ended up getting paid. And you know, project payment was just so smooth that we already sent the invoice after job, boom, you know, send it right away. So it was very nice. So then when it came to Wednesday's job, yeah, Wednesday's job was, now I have to look at my my Wednesday's job. Oh, that's right. So unfortunately, of course, now my phone locked up. Unfortunately, our Wednesday job ended up getting COVID, which really sucks. And they kind of let us know ahead of time, like, hey, we can't really like have the job done. You know, potentially we have COVID. We have the symptoms. We're getting tested. So we ended up asking her, like, hey, if you would like, we can actually send you, like, you know, to next week's schedule so that we can fit you in. And they were very accommodating. They're like, yeah, because of course, if my wife and I get sick, you know, we can't work. We don't get paid. And so it's a little bit difficult for us when it comes to, you know, someone getting sick. And also too, we don't want to be in the house when, you know, like, you know, unless, you know, they kind of want to be, you know, not with other people during that time. So they didn't know at the time, but we ended up scheduling for next week. We've had this client last year. Actually, it's one of our videos. It's a French window cleaning, so hopefully I'll have it somewhere here. But it's, yeah, we did their windows last year. Did a whole video about how to clean window cleaning with how to clean windows and how do we clean windows, French windows, and hopefully that helps you guys out a lot. But yeah, so we wanted to do their windows, but obviously they were sick, so they were very nice. They're like, oh, if you want, we have a back house, you know, can we go to the back house while you guys are working inside? We don't really want to chance it, so we ended up just moving them to next week. So then one of our clients, the same day, this was all happened on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, one of our clients from last year was like, hey, we're having a party next week. Do you have anything in your schedule from now until then? And I was like, oh, we actually had to reschedule because unfortunately one of our clients had COVID, so we have availability this Wednesday. And so then from there, she's like, oh, let's do it on Wednesday. So we ended up doing that job, and very nice clients. And the one thing that I really find funny about these clients, not of them, but what happened last time, is that my wife, I guess she was listening to headphones, and she was, you know, do it like in the zone, you know, like I'm sure you guys too, when you guys kind of like start doing window cleaning and you kind of like have a routine, you kind of just get in the zone. So she was just cleaning windows on the inside, and like I guess the husband was walking around, and he got scared because my wife was there, and he was like, whoa, you know. So yeah, so it was just kind of funny like that. So this time around, he was walking around, he's like, okay, I know where you're at, so you won't scare me. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, we were able to do their job, and they're a very, very nice couple. Yeah, it was just funny from last time. We're like, all right, let's hopefully don't scare him this time. But anyways, then from there, Thursday, we had our Monday job that I kind of scheduled them in, but then we had to move them to Thursday. Ended up doing that job. Very nice clients, it's repeat clients, very nice, and we ended up doing their whole windows. They also had glass railings. I don't think I have any video recordings of them because I kind of was like just in the mode too. So and also too, not every single job I'm gonna have videos because, you know, privacy reasons and all that other stuff. So and for them, I felt like, you know, it would probably be best not to record. There was not a really good spot, and even then I don't think they wanted to be recorded at their house. So But very nice family. They had glass railings. Now, I kind of want to ask you guys a personal question. This is, hopefully you guys can comment this because I really want to know something. When it comes to glass railings, how do you guys clean glass railings? Because my wife, I love her to death, and she pretty much took like 2 hours to kind of clean this glass railings, and I felt really bad because obviously though, so let me rewind a little bit. They had glass railings on the second, so like on one part of the house on the second and first floor, and on the other side just on the second floor. And I was taking care of all that with the water fed, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, the big scrubber when it comes to your water fed is like you're gonna be your best friend, because for us, or for me, when I was using the big scrubber, it just made my life so much easier. Now you might think, well, what's the difference between the Boar's hairbrush or whatever you guys use when it comes to brushes versus a big scrubber? The thing is with the big scrubber, is literally like your mop but on the window itself, and it's so nice because it's just so flushed when it comes to cleaning your windows. And when it comes to a brush, sometimes it doesn't get like, you know, little how do I say, like tree sap, or like, you know, looks like little teardrops from like trees. You guys hopefully know what I'm talking about. So she was taking like, I think like 2 hours to do the inside, or the glass railing. So I even came inside at one point to try to help her with that glass railing and all that stuff, and just want to make sure that the screen doesn't turn off. So the question I want to ask you guys is that, do you guys have any suggestions or tips when it comes to glass railings, when it comes to stairs? Because literally there's like this product that they have on WCR that has like, it's kind of like a water fed type of thing, but for the inside. We're kind of thinking of maybe investing and getting one of those, but man, like, I mean, my wife did everything she could when it came to actually cleaning the stairs, and I'm telling you, she works really, really hard. And like, I was still working on the inside, and I saw that on the outside, and then when I came on the inside, I was like, let me just help you a little bit on certain parts of the stairs. And you know, obviously she really appreciated it a lot. But like, there's just like, when it comes to stairs and glass railings, I can use my water fed, obviously. It's just sometimes just hard to get to like certain spots. So anyways, if you guys have any tips, I will greatly appreciate it, because I really like am trying my best when it comes to like this glass railings. But it's just like, sometimes you clean it and it still leaves spotting and like little spots here and there like that are not clean. I don't know, it's just very weird. But if you guys have any tips, please let us know. But anyways, so we ended up doing that job, and then today, Friday, we ended up doing 2 jobs. And yeah, we went to the first job, and I did just the outside on the first job. I think I might have some videos about that, so hopefully it's here on the side. Actually, yeah, Actually did take some videos. She's awesome when it comes to videos. And we kind of did that job, very simple, cookie cutter, just outside only. And it's funny, actually, the lady was from Portugal, so it was nice because my wife and her can be able to speak Portuguese. It's really awesome. My Portuguese is not the best, but I was able to understand, and it was just very nice. And we were able to take care of that. And then in the afternoon, we ended up doing another job, and now that other job was just very simple, very easy, very cookie cutter. But we did the inside, outside, and some screens, and so that kind of helped us out a lot. Like, again, Ashley always says it's always nice if you can take off the screens, might as well clean them and get a little bit of money out of that. So it's very nice all in all. And so yeah, so anyway, so this week, I'm just gonna wrap it up. When it comes to this week, we made $3,365. So that's how much we made this week. Yeah, it was kind of nice because last week we kind of had like a lot of work that was like mansion and big jobs. But next week for sure we have, I'm not even joking, I feel like next week is just one huge job after another. So I'm very looking forward to like next week's video, even myself, because at the same time, even though I'm telling you at the end of the week, I kind of want to see how Monday through Friday turns out, because I know for sure Monday and Tuesday is like a mansion, and yeah, we're gonna probably be there all day. And so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I want to kind of do something a little bit different now at the end of the videos. I kind of want to give shout outs to those that purchase things through our links. This week I just want to give a shout out to Cody. Thank you so much for purchasing products through our link. And really, Cody, I just want to say thank you so much. You really went out of your way. I love your message, by the way. You went out of your way and like literally clicked every single link to make sure that you were able to purchase things through our links. Now, One thing Cody did say that I really am thankful for, I didn't know this, but if I were to have a link and you click the link, but then you change, like, let's say the size of like the squeegee, like if you're buying a squeegee, or you like change the quantity of the product, we don't get any, I guess, any like benefits from the code, if that makes sense. And so just want to say thank you so much, Cody, for giving that to me. I'm not like the best when it comes to technological, like, you know, things. Like, I'm not a tech person, so I really appreciate that, you know, you let me know that when it comes to like purchasing a certain thing, especially when it's a different proportion or whatever, it changes the reference code. So please let me know, guys, if you want something specific. I can give it to you specifically, again, different quantity or different size, so that it can help benefit the channel a lot. But all of you guys that not all of you, but all of those, but anyways, all you guys that have purchased things through our links in the past, please reach out to me. Just say, hey, can you give me a shout out? I'll love to give you guys a shout out, especially next week's video. I just want to kind of do a new thing going forward, because really my wife and I are just so thankful for all the things you guys do for us, especially when, you know, you like the video, comment, especially like even if purchasing things through us really benefits us a lot. And I'm trying to do what I can to reinvest for you guys and try to give you guys content, you know, obviously every week, but also like this week we had the rubber, just kind of give you my feedback on that. So but yeah, so this week, I guess I just want to give a shout out, I guess, to Cody. Thank you so much. And also to hopefully I can give a shout out to a couple of you guys for next week. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of this week's video. So if you made it this far in this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm, and you know, it just helps this video reach maybe others in the window cleaning community, and most importantly can hopefully benefit them. So anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video, and I guess that's it. All right, bye.